Hellcat.
Hi viewers, welcome to Techie Track Education YouTube channel. So today we are going to create a new application in React.js. This is the continuation of my previous React.js application video, because in that part 1 I explained about that how can you create a new React.js application, how can you do the configuration of tools and emulators for React.js, and we just go through the to create a simple React code also, right? Like hello.js we created and how we call that. Suppose if you are not getting those details, please go through that particular video in my YouTube channel and you can watch that. Okay. So here so in the screen I'm just showing a screenshot of a new application called Vada Shop. So the purpose of the React.js is we can reduce the web applications websites easily, right? So we can design and develop a simple web application. How can we do that in React? So in this screenshot it is having a simple view, like it is having one banner with a list of dishes, and it's having the green color background, and it is rendering in a particular page. So in React.js, app.js is a main class. So inside that file, I am creating a new file called card.js. So inside that I include the banner and I am rendering into the web browser. Okay, let's see that how can we do that. So in the screen, the left side card.css is there, and right side that card.js is there. So for CSS point of view, we are using the Bootstrap. So React.js with Bootstrap is the agenda for this video. So the above screenshot is showing the background color as yellow green. So in that card.css, you can see that in line number 3, it is having the background as yellow green. So on the CSS style class name as cart. In the right side, that cart.js contains the particular style class. Okay, so in line number 1 we are including the React libraries, and we are going to utilize the style sheets. So the style sheet name is cart.css, so that's the reason in the line number 2 I imported as cart.css, and the class name is cart. So I used the same as a function name cart, and in the return method I just give the div and class name is equal to cart, because the CSS in CSS the style sheet is having the cart, right? The cart is the style sheet class name, so I used the same thing, and image is source is equal to banner.png. So the banner file is there, right? So I need to include that banner in my uh, folder. So how can I include that in my folder? So I just move on to the next slide. In this slide, the left side I am showing that untitled workspace is there, right? So inside the public folder I am keeping the list of images like banner.png, bonda, budgie, those pngs and icons are there. So either we can keep these images in the public folder, or we can create a subfolder called images and you can move into the subfolder. So for temporarily I am just keep it in the public folder. Okay, so in right side that app.js is having that import cart from /cart, right? So in line number 4 I am importing the cart.js because I need to render the cart output, right? And in line number 9 I just utilized that reference name cart. So once I give that and execute my app.js, the output will become like in the screen. So here I just put the markers, right? So that cart.js contains the banner.png and the text also, that Vada Shop, and this cart.js is located inside the app.js. So if you are going to introduce lot of files, then you need to import the files into the appropriate JS files. Let's see that how we can do that in the next screen. Okay, this is the simple page, but in the shopping cart sites we need to display list of items, right? We just display only the banner. We need to list out the list of items, what are all the items we are going to sell it. Okay, so for example I am going to sell only one item. So let's move on to the next slides, because I will tell that how we can include a number of items. So in this screen I just include only one item, that budgie is there. So if you see that in the red color background the cart item is there. So first one is image of that item, and the text of the item is budgie, and the rate I also mentioned rupees 10. And I have the minus and plus buttons. So if you click that plus or minus buttons, it will increase the number of items, because in shopping cart sites if you want to order a number of items, if you need to click that plus and minus buttons. So it will either increase the number of items or decrease the quantity, right? Okay, and if you click that plus button and minus button, the total amount needs to be displayed. If you order 2 items, then 2 into 10, the amount is total amount is 20 rupees needs to be displayed in the right side. Okay, so in the design part of that, this cart item is that item budgie is there, right? So I am not going to include this cart item in the same cart.js file, because in React.js is very helpful to write the n number of components, and it will be easy for us to maintain these items in a separate components, because then only we can easily reuse the same JS files in various places. So the cart items will be placed inside the cart item.js. So here the cart.js is there. So if you see that in line number 2 I have the cart item. So because I am going to call this cart item.js from the cart.js, right? For example, if you go to line number 24, I just utilize that cart item. Okay. So in this code, I'm going to explain about that how we can do that. Okay. So I will move on in cart item.js. So we have in the left side of the screen we have cart item.js, and right side we have cart item.css. So for the background color for the cart item and the buttons also there, right? So I included the appropriate CSS in cart item.css file. The left side you see that in line number 1 we are importing React, and line number 2 we are importing the cart item.css. And if you see that line number 5 and 6 is having the methods, actually the method variables kind of like that, add one and subtract one is there, because we have the plus button and minus button is there, right? So if you click plus and minus, the quantity needs to be getting increased or decreased. So for that I included that one. If you come to the line number 8, the class name is included. Class name is cart item, and in that UI we see that that icon budgie is there, right? So I included that image dot slash budgie dot png, and I give that rate as rupees 10. And for the plus and minus buttons, I included the buttons. So buttons are having the separate styles. In the right side, if you see that the cart item.css is having line number 12, that cart item slash button is there. So if you change the background color of the button, right now I keep it as a lavender color. So if you change it some other thing, then it will be changed into the left side of the screen. And line number 15 and 17 is having the appropriate method calls. That is called subtract one and add one. Okay, so if you click that, it will call that appropriate methods. Okay, so let's see that what are all the things will be there. So once the cart item.js is ready, then we need to import that cart item.js in cart.js. In cart.js, if you see that line number 2 is importing the cart item.js. Okay. Okay. So in React there are two main concepts are there. One is props and states. props means properties. So properties for a particular JS method or JS component. So you can pass that properties in between the various components. So if you want to pass in between the different components or methods, you need to pass it as arguments or attributes. So you can pass the attributes in the hooks. So here in line number 24, if you see that, right, we are calling the cart item and we are passing two attributes. One is change quantity, another one is count. So these are all called attributes or arguments or properties. Okay, so it means we are preparing the values for count and change quantity and we are pass it into the cart item. So cart item JS is having the appropriate parameters. If you see that in line number 4 for the cart item.js, it is having the change quantity and count, because once you pass that you should have the receivers in the cart item.js, right? So that's the reason I put two parameters here and we are going to utilize those things inside the cart item.js. Okay, so what are all the values are going to be passed and what is the purpose of that? So think like if you are clicking the add button or subtract button, right, the quantity needs to be getting changed. So in JavaScript we have the on click methods are there, right? So in the same way in React.js we need to call the appropriate methods, but here we don't have the on click event or on press event kind of like that. Here we have the states. States means we are changing the status of a particular component, right? So to store the property into a component, we are going to utilize the states. For example, if you click the button, right, so then the quantity needs to be changed. So the state is getting changed from the 0 to 1 or 10 to 20. So that value is getting to be changed, right? So how can we achieve that? Okay. In card.js, in line number 5, the function is getting started, and line number 6 we have a constant, right, that is change quantity is there, and we have the arrow function. So inside that function we are calling another one function called set count. So in the screen, right, I will go to the screen. In the screen by default we need to display the value as 0 in between the minus and plus buttons, because by default you are not by once the page is getting loaded into the UI it will be 0, right? So to display the value as 0, what I am going to do that in line number 13, set count is equal to count of, and inside that we are calling the set counter method. In line number 12, what I done that count comma set counter is equal to use state of 0. So use state is one of the inbuilt method of React.js. It is used to set the default value or set the value into a particular property. Okay. So here the constant is contains count is one variable and set counter is a method is equal to use state of 0. It means it will assign the value of 0 to the count variable. Okay, because we are passing the count variable into the cart item, so by default the 0 will be getting displayed. And next one is set count is there. In set count we are passing the count variable, and in the set counter the count variable will be passed to the React.js and it will be getting displayed into the cart item.js. So here in the line number 12 we set the count as use state of 0, then count will be 0, and we assign the value to the count variable and we pass on to the set counter of count. And in line number 24 if you see that count is equal to, we are passing the count variable. If you want to pass one variable value as a parameter, you need to put that variable name within the flower braces, that is that braces is there, right, that if you type shift brackets it will become. So I am passing that count variable. I will move on to the cart item.js. In cart item we have the count parameter is also there, and in line number 16 that count variable is used here. So what it will do, it will display the what is the value we passed. In the screenshot I displayed it as 2, but by default it will be displayed it as 0. Okay, right. Okay, let's move on to the card.js. So if you click the button, the value needs to be changed. So the state of the particular item is getting changed. In cart item.js, if you see that, add one method is there and subtract one is there, right? So in on click, if I click the add one, the state needs to be changed. So I called a method called add one. So I just create a constant add one and I am just calling the change quantity. So the count value needs to be getting increased. In the subtract one, the count value will be -1. But for doing these two operations, either increment or decrement, I introduced a new method called change quantity. But in cart item.js, there is no change quantity, right? Actually, the change quantity I placed in cart.js. I will move on to the cart.js. If you see that line number 6, we have the change quantity. So here I'm do that, because in increment or that add one or subtract one, you are pass it as count plus one or count minus one. So the value will be passed. If it is count plus one means, for example, count value is 0, 0 plus 1. So change quantity will be 1 and it will be assigned to set count. In line number set count, in line number 13, that set count is assigned to the count variable and it will be set to the React.js set counter of count. So finally it will be getting displayed. If you click the minus button, what it will do, in on click, if you click the minus button, that subtract one will be called. Subtract one will pass like change quantity of count minus 1. If the counter value is 5, 5 minus 1 will be passed. 5 minus 1 means 4 will be passed to change quantity. So I am coming to change quantity. So 5 minus 1, 4 is there. So new count is equal to 4 and set count of 4, and set count will call like set count of 4 is there, and set counter will assign the value as 4 in the React, and we are passed the count variable to cart item. So cart item will display the value as 4 in between the plus and minus button. So this is the purpose of state. Okay, so you will get some idea about the states and props in React.js. Okay, so if you see that here the count is 3, right? So if you click plus or minus button, if you click plus button, it will call add one will call change quantity will set the value into the as either increment or decrement based on your button click event. Okay, so I think you will get some more idea about that, how the props and state is working in React.js. But in this UI we have only one item. Generally shopping cart is having multiple items, and that multiple items needs to be getting displayed dynamically, not in a simple way. Okay, because I hard coded this vada, bhaji, bonda, whatever it is, and I just render it, right? Okay, so this is the output we are going to work on that. So here you see that 3 items are there, vada, bhaji, bonda, 3 items are there, and 3 items are having the appropriate plus and minus buttons also there, and newly we are going to display the grand total also, because in the right side of the each item it will display the appropriate items total amount, and the grand total also needs to be getting displayed in the below part of the screen. So to display these 3 items, instead of hard coding that, what I am going to do that, I am going to create one list of elements, right? Okay, let's move on to the app.js. You remember it, right? Because in React.js, if you want to render all these things, you need to call the appropriate JS methods inside the app.js. And app.js is the master file in React.js. So it is, so if I create any variables in app.js, I can utilize this variable inside in any of the JS files in the project. So here that constant items I just created, it contains a list of values, list of map actually. So here that I give the ID, name as Vada, price, quantity and path, because every item is having the unique image, right? So I also pass the image name also. And next item is Bhaji, so that one is having the price, quantity, path, it is having a different image name. And the third item is also having the different item name and path also, price also, right? So I give these things in a particular variable called items, and I'm passing the items into the cart file. So I import the cart.js and call the cart and pass it as a property. I already told about that props and state, right? So here I'm passing as a property. So in this parameter dishes is equal to items. So I'm go to the cart.js. So once I pass the value dishes, I need to receive it, right? So in line number 4, if you see that I give a parameter name called load list. So and assign that load list into the state, because if I assign the value into the state, it will be display the value as a default value. So in line number 5 I have the dishes comma set items. Okay, so what I am going to do that I am going to render this default items list into the cart items, right? Okay, so I will explain these things in the upcoming video. So here we have the dishes comma set items is equal to use state of load list. So it will render all the load items, right? I will move on to the output. So once I pass these things, see, you will get this output. Okay, every items are getting displayed, and if you click that values, it will be getting displayed the appropriate grand total. Okay, so this load list will be passed on to the cart item.js. Okay, right? If you see that in line number 25 we are passing the appropriate values. But instead of passing the entire list, what I am going to do that I am, because that list is having the three set of items, that three items are there, that vada, bhaji, bonda, three items are there. So I need to call the cart items three times. Okay, so I need to iterate through these items. I need to loop it through the items. If you see in line number 24, that dishes.map is there. So dishes contains the entire list of items. Entire list of items means what are all the items we are passed from the app.js. So first item is vada, that set is available in the item. If you see that the dishes.map of item, it contains the list of that id, name, image name, path and other things are there. It will be passed into the cart item. If you see that cart item is having the three parameters. One is key, another one is update quantity, another one is item. Okay, that item id is the 1 2 3 I gave that, and update quantity is, if you click the plus or minus button, the appropriate changed quantity needs to be displayed, right? And the next one is item. That item contains the all the values. If you see that in cart item.js, I have the appropriate receivers also. If you see that line number 4, id, name, price, quantity, path, update quantity is there. I am displaying in line number 10, that path will display the path of the image. Line number 12 will display the name of the name of the item. Line number 13 will display the price, and line number 18 will display the quantity, and line number 21 will display the total quantity. So total quantity contains quantity into price, that's it. Okay, okay, fine. So this is for displaying all the items. Okay, so here if you click the plus button or minus button, the plus minus buttons are common for all the cart items, right? So I just changed our existing add one and subtract one methods here. If you go to the cart item.js, what I done that earlier we gave the quantity plus one and quantity minus one. now I am passing the ID parameter also, because if you click the plus button of bhaji, then the quantity of the bhaji needs to be getting increased. If you click the minus button of vada, that item's quantity needs to be getting decreased, right? So that's the reason I am passing the ID, because every item is having a unique ID. 1 2 3 I passed in the items list. So if I click the plus button of order, means its ID is 1, so it will call the add 1 and update quantity of 1 comma quantity plus 1, because ID value is 1 1 comma quantity plus 1. I will go to the update quantity. So in update quantity, what it is, there also I have introduced a new parameter ID comma new quantity. So here what I am going to do, that I am going to iterate over the dishes. So I am looping through the dishes. Dishes contains 3 items, right? So it will check that which item is getting changed. So for example, if I click the vadas plus button, ID will be 1 and quantity will be 1. So here item ID is equal to ID. So it is comparing that. It will iterate through the 3 items, because that dishes contains 3 items. Vada, bhaji, bonda is there. It will check that item ID is equal to ID. So first item is vada, so its ID is 1, and I also passed the same value 1. Anyway, the condition will be true. It will return the new quantity. What is the new quantity? 0 plus 1 means 1. It will be returned, and it will be set to the set items. Set items will assign the value to the React.js, right? You see that set items, and that updated quantity will be passed to the cart item JS, okay, and it will be getting rendered. Okay, fine. So next one is I'm just clicking the minus button of bonda. Okay, so that particular item's ID as 3. If I click the minus button, it will call the subtract 1. Right now its quantity is 3. 3 minus 1 2. So the update quantity will pass the ID as 3 comma quantity as 2. Again we will go to the update quantity. In update quantity, ID will be 3 and new quantity is 2, and in line number 8 it will start the looping through the dishes. So the first item's ID is, the list contains 3 items, right? First item's ID is 1. Anyway, the condition will be false. Again it will loop to the second item. Second item's ID is 2. The line number 9 will be false, and it will go to the third item. The third item ID is 3, and we pass the value as 3, so the condition is true. What it will do, that it will return the item and quantity, and it will set this new items into where it will set it to the set items. So it will pass the value of the new items. So what it will do, it will pass the value to the cart items.js, and it will display the appropriate count and total also. So if you see that, you see that the appropriate items will be getting displayed. Okay, fine. So another one item is there, that is called grand total, right? So how it is getting calculated? Okay, so if you see that the grand total variable is there in line number 16, and the grand total is used in this line number 28, right? The grand total variable is used. So again the grand total is calculated for each item. So we need to get the total for the each items, and we need to summarize those items, and we need to display it, right? So we are using the dot reduce method in React. Actually in JavaScript also this method is there. So in the dot reduce method, what it will do, it will take the values of all the items inside the dishes, because dishes contains the map list. So each map contains the quantity and price. So it will iterate through each item's quantity and price, multiply that, and assign the value to total. So the total value will be displayed in the grand total variable in line number 28. Okay. So if you see that, right, here it is displaying the grand total. Actually I used the emulator to display the a shopping cart site in both mobile view and desktop view. Okay. Okay, so I think you will get some more idea about the React.js and the React.js is important components also. So on React.js is having various features like routing is there, various features are there. So I will cover up those features in the upcoming video. So please watch this channel, subscribe it, and share it with your friends. Happy coding. Bye bye.